How's it going, everybody? Billy Jack here with another training video tip. All right, so on this one, I'm going to talk about time is of the essence and deadlines. Okay, so there is a big problem, and I'm not saying in this office, okay, but what I've experienced in with other agents and other offices is deadlines. Okay, the dates on the contract, starting with the effective date that you find at the bottom of your 1 to 4 family. Option periods, of course, that one's a very important one. Biggest one is the deadline to get approved financing. Hey, a lot of people end up missing that one, or they don't get the extensions. And whenever you pass that date, you're already in the breach of contract. Okay, and if you don't have extensions that are agreed by both parties, you really don't have a binding contract anymore. Okay, and that puts your earnest money at jeopardy. Okay, and another biggest one is the closing date. Okay, especially on new construction, a lot of builders I have one in Las Cruces that is just a total nightmare. I mean, it's going almost a year and it's still not done. Okay, but the thing is that you have to make sure that you get your extensions. Okay, because if that closing date passes and you still are taking the other agent's word for it that we'll still close this and that, and something happens or they take another deal or something, you're out of luck and your earnest money's gone. Okay, and buyer's going to be very mad because you're responsible in making sure that the contract is still legally binding. Hey, so do make sure that you are always on top of your dates. Okay, please. Okay, so because we hear it. Okay, so I understand if you have multiple deals going, it's a little tough. Keep a calendar, put it on reminders. On your phones, you have the reminder tabs, or if you want to do it old school, write it down on the paper or something. Just try to really manage that. Okay, because we are experiencing problems, not necessarily in this office, but as a whole. Okay, so just a little tip. Always remember that. Okay, time is of the essence, and the state will get pretty mad if a complaint does reach to them, because ultimately it is our responsibility to make sure the contracts are binding. Okay, so if, for example, if one deal, you all know, on an option period, if you cannot come to your objections and your resolutions on your repairs or whatever you have, you got to pull your buyer out of there. Send in that termination, an hour before or whatever it is, and to at least, not to pull them back out of there. For the financing, a lot of loan officers, they're really taking their sweet time on it. Okay, and some of them are just not responding. You ask them, hey, what's the status with my buyer's loan here? They're not getting back to you. If you have on there 21 days to get financing approval and you're really coming up on it and they're not giving you a definite answer, well, get an extension. If that's the case, if it's really getting rocky, maybe you might have to pull out of it and terminate so you can recover your earnest money. Okay, that's something you have to talk to your buyer about. Put the pressure on the loan officer if that's the case. Okay, start talking to them or messaging them, emailing. If they're not responding to you, ask to talk to their supervisor. Look it up. If they are the supervisor, sometimes, they're the worst, then you might have to just terminate or something, put the pressure. Maybe you can contact us and we can try to work something. Okay, but that is starting to become a problem. Okay, and then especially ordering appraisers, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so, but it is important. Okay, the dates really do matter. Okay, all right. So that's it. That's all for this one. Hopefully y'all have a good week. I'll see you on the next one. All right.